Hey everyone, Tin Man here. Today I'm going to be diving into some Fall of Argenport draft. This is a draft format that has got one pack of Fall of Argenport, and then two of the curated packs, and then another pack of Fall of Argenport. This is my first time diving into the format, so bear with me. I do not know all of the cards. I don't have a ton of experience here, but hopefully I can kind of walk through some of my thought processes, and hopefully you can learn a little bit from it. So this pack, nothing is extremely obvious what I should be taking here. Starting at the top here with Aurelian Merchant, that's always a solid card. 3 cost 1/4 is a reasonable body. It can block. The market is probably not the most important thing in a limited format, but the +1 maximum power is always welcome. Heirloom Blade doesn't seem all that great to me. I mean, it's a relic weapon that costs 6. It's only 3/3. It's not great. You can sacrifice a unit to play it for only 2, but even so, I'm not super impressed with it. Xena Life Speaker seems pretty reasonable. 1 cost 1/1. It gives your guys lifesteal when you draw them, but then also you can pay 4 to make it into a 4/4. So it kind of gives you some early play. You can play it on turn 1, or you can play it late as a 4/4. Bloodthirsty Brawler also seems pretty solid for its cost. A 5 cost 4/6 Overwhelm is perfectly reasonable as is. Can block well, can attack well, and Berserk lets it really attack well if you really want to get aggressive. Looking at the rest of the cards in the pack, all of them kind of seem understated. They don't have as much stats for their cost. So First Frost Shaman is a 2/5, which is pretty small for a 5-drop. Compared to a 4/6, for example. It does give a +3, which is kind of nice to one of your other guys. But something like Workshop Tinkerer, 2 cost 2/2 endurance, not the worst, but not really first pick worthy, I don't think. Same as something like Banished Umbrans, Snow Rager, Back Alley Delinquent, and the spells aren't terribly interesting either. So I think I'm between one of these 3 that I mentioned at the start: Aurelian Merchant, Xena Life Speaker, Bloodthirsty Brawler. I'm really not sure what the pick is here. I think I'm going to err on the side of Aurelian Merchant, because it keeps me the most open. And it's a rare. I like picking rares. Alright, what do we got here? Thief's Pick gives a guy unblockable, Spellcraft, play Pilfer. We just take the top card of the deck, call the deck, resurface, move a spell of your choice. Okay, that's unplayable. Island's Choice. What does a Mithril Armor cost? 4? It's kind of expensive for what it is. Gibbering Jackal seems pretty bad, very small. Sky Crew, 4 cost 2/4 is pretty small on its body once again. Pay 8, exhausted, give another unit +3 in flying. So that's an interesting card. So that'll give you an early play, but then a ton of utility late, because that's a very powerful buff. Oh, and you can do that every turn? Oh. Interesting. Okay, so that's quite powerful, actually. That basically says if you have this in your late game, you're just going to go crazy. Just every turn, I can just pay 8, give my other guy +3/+3, and it's permanent. Oh, no, it's this turn. Never mind. I thought it was permanent. If it was permanent, I'd be like, that gets pretty insane very quickly. Ruination Sledge is pretty big weapon for what it is, for its cost. If Sky Crew said permanently, I might heavily consider that. Any other units +3 while you have left, right, Blade Whirl. Seems pretty bad since it only has 2 toughness. I think I'm just going to take the Thief's Pick. Giving a guy unblockable is really great in limited formats to break open board stalls. So I'm going to lean on that. What do we got here? Seraph's Choice. Double all of your units this turn, or draw a unit of your choice from your deck and double it. That's very powerful. What does cost 8? Doesn't really affect the, it doesn't come out so much later. Sandglass Parma is an interesting card. It's on color. Is Crown Watch Standard any good? See, this is my inexperience with the format. I'm not entirely sure what's great here. There's no units that I don't think are worthwhile. This is just a body. You don't really want to pay one ever to sack it. Rambot seems very bad. Flame Fang Charmer is very small for its cost and it costs double red, which is you want to try to avoid double cost cards in limited. And Reinforced Baton costing double and is it's not the worst sized weapon, but it's not great. And a 2-cost 1/2 is not very interesting. I'm gonna take Sandglass Parma. I'm not sure if it's great, but as a 5-cost, it could be a pretty strong tempo play. Give your guy a buff, and then bounce their guy. Let's pick it up. Ooh. So now here's some reasonable cards. So Sandstorm Scarf, not really what we were looking for. That's a constructed card. Although we could put it in our market with Aurelian Merchant. Shame Bearer. Pay 1 and sack it to play a Mark of Shame. Not that interesting. I'm really looking at Subterranean Sentry here. This is just a big body. 7 cost 7, 8. Potentially can get endurance. Seems like exactly what we want to be doing. Scavenging Spikeback seems pretty solid too. It can become a 4-cost 5/5 if they block and trade. But staying on color, since we picked up a couple time units, I'm fine picking up the Sentry. We're not necessarily locked into time, but I'm more inclined to play time than Primal at this point. Give your guy flying +2 and flying. It's not a fast spell, unfortunately. If it was a fast spell, I'd be very interested in it. When you play a spell, gets +1 in quick draw. Don't really have any spells or red cards, really. Living Example seems pretty solid. Just passively increasing the power of your guys. Meditation, not very good because it's minus card advantage. You lose a card, essentially. Training Grounds. No, I think I'm going to pick up Living Example. I'm not entirely sure that it's better, but let's give it a go. We need some early drops too. Temple Tactic? Is it better than any of these other ones? I'm not really committed to a second color yet. Yeah, it's probably better than these other ones. A lot of Justice cards are coming. A lot of Justice cards. 6-cost 3/4 flying. Could get Lifesteal. Is that better than Scout? Or the Downfall, rather? Probably. Flyers are generally pretty good. Let's pick that up. I actually like Sharpened Reflex quite a bit, because it gives a permanent +1/+1. Is that better than Watchful Anmara? Manera, I guess. Once per turn, if you may scout if you've played a spell this turn. I don't have a ton of spells, but I have a couple. I actually like Sharpened Reflex quite a bit. Let's pick that up. It's a great combat trick. This pack has nothing terribly interesting for us. I guess we are going green. But I think Reinforced Baton might be better than these other ones. Probably not playing Deepspick. Ooh, Subterranean Sentry comes back. Or we had another one. Put in Sky Crew. Probably. I think this is just a better late game card. It just does all of it by itself instead of relying on something else. Pick up another one of those and another one of this. Alright. So now we're onto the curated packs. And we get the best possible one. Xenon Obelisk. That is a bomb if I've ever seen one. This pack is actually really good all around. Xenon Obelisk, Humble Instructor. Nightfall, or Extinguish with Nightfall. But yeah, Xenon Obelisk is just like one of the biggest bombs you can get in a limited format. It's so good. Give a Killer, Frontier Confessor, Oathkeeper, Bright Mace Paladin, Teleport. I'm probably not playing Shadow. Well, I might play Shadow. I'm not going to rule that out yet. I generally like to... I mean, Predator's Instinct is fine. It's not amazing. I kind of need more guys. Let's pick up Bright Mace Paladin because he also has some synergy with the Xenon Obelisk getting buffed. Although, actually... No, it's probably better to pick up the Killer Instinct or Frontier Confessor. Let's pick up Frontier Confessor. Having a silence effect is... this is actually a tough choice. I'm like thinking I'm going to pick one card, and I'm still coming back to Predator's Instinct. It is such a powerful... No, let's grab Predator's Instinct. It's one of the few ways in this color combination and combo that you can actually reliably kill an opposing unit. Ew, nothing great here. Safe return is not really where we want to be. Best card in this pack is probably Infused Strike. But I think I'm pretty well off of Shadow, right? I guess I'm not really committed to green, right? The only good card I have in green is Sharpened Reflex. Alright, I'll pick up Infused Strike. I'm going to pick up Argenport Banner if I want to play Shadow. Yeah, let's pick up Infused Strike. I think it's the best card in the pack. There's a Frontier Confessor. And not a whole lot else. I guess Unseen Agent is not the worst. I'm going to pick up Frontier Confessor. I think he's quite good. We're still not really committed to Justice yet, but we're a little more inclined to play Justice than the other colors. Nothing great here. I might just pick a foil just for value. Valkyrie Militant is not really where we want to be. 4 cost 2/2 flyers, just a lot of mana to pay for not a lot of reward. I guess Slumbering Stone's not the worst if we are going to play Shadow. Stalwart's Shield is actually a card I really like a lot. So it probably means we move away from Shadow. None of these are in our colors. Armor and Thirst is not really where we want to be. We don't have like any... Oops, what did I just do? Just pick the rare for value. Let's pick Disjunction. We might put it in our market. Ooh, Bane Sarasaur is actually a really good one. I like that card a lot. Nothing here for us. Tinker, I guess, is more than nothing. Still pretty much nothing. Okay. Man, I wish we could pick up that Whirling Duo, but we're not even anywhere close to red. Is Humble Instructor any good for our deck? Probably not playing Tinker. 2 battle skills. I don't really have any that'll do that. If I want to play Shadow, I pick up Extinguish. This pack kind of stinks. The best cards are in Shadow, so we might not want to play green. I guess we pick up like Bold Adventure. That's such a bad pick. Bold Adventure. Let's just pick up Extinguish. It's the best standalone card, and we get rewarded with an Annihilate. That's definitely better than Throne Warden. Just having spot removal is good. Alright, looks like we're back in a Shadow. We got 2 really good Shadow cards in a row. Like, really good Shadow cards. Probably cutting green. Our green is just unimpressive. Pick up Amber Acolyte. That'll help with the splash. Or is Gridden and Belleroar? No, Amber Acolyte's good. Strength of Many versus a foil Bane Sarasaur. I like Combat Tricks. I really do. Let's pick up Strength of Many. Although I don't really want to pass up on a foil one. Not that really has any gameplay impact. Direwood Prowler. It's unlikely to be useful, but I could cash in some crappy guys. Just... Oh, crap, we're not playing... Ah, darn it, we're not playing green. I forgot that we were not playing green. I definitely should have taken Baron Sarasaur over the Strength Many. Punt. Yeah, we're into Xenon colors now. Oh well. Discipline Amara, that's the only one on color. I say we're into Xenon colors, and then Finest Hour shows up. That's definitely better than anything else here. That's like a first pick worthy card. Alright, I have no clue what's going on. Maybe where's a Splashing Shadow for Extinguish and Annihilate based on the Amber Acolyte. I don't know what's going on. We'll figure it out as we go. We got one more pack to hopefully solidify this crazy situation. Alright, what do we got here? Man, I was really hoping we had like just a bomb card on one of our colors to really solidify us. Like Cut Ties is pretty lackluster. Same with Livering Offering, Rampant. I guess Rampart Arbalest. Jeez, that is a hard card to say. Not completely unplayable. Wormstone. Do I have that many spells? I don't have a ton of spells. I'm probably not playing that one. Yeah, we might just be playing green and splash black for Annihilate, and well, we can't splash a Thief's Pick. Is Wormstone any good? It doesn't do anything on its own, which is what scares me. Requires something else to happen, but we do have quite a bit of other things to trigger it. Is that better than just like the guaranteed like Cut Ties? Probably not. Let's just Cut Ties. 3 cost, 2/3. When you have a unit with endurance, becomes huge. Do I have units with endurance? Go fish. I get Stalwart Shield, which doesn't really count. Ew. Well, I can give a guy endurance here. Yeah, not a lot here for us, which is really unfortunate for a second pick. Best card here is probably Left Right Target Caller. So let's pick that. We're just got a 3-color monstrosity. That's what we got. 3 colors and nothing good in any of them, except for Xenon Obelisk, and hope that's good enough. Training Grounds is probably not horrible. It's on color, which is all we can really hope for at this point. It's kind of like 3 cost 2/2 endurance with a scout, which is perfectly reasonable, or you can spread it out over turn 1 and 2. Is Initiation Bell any good? Probably not. Probably not where we want to be. We do have a decent number of spells, but it's one of those cards, just like Wormstone, that doesn't do anything on its own. It takes other things to get going. So I think I'm going to avoid it. And then I'm like, all right, what am I going to pick instead? There's not a lot. I don't really want another Silverwing Purge Leader. We already have plenty of late game. Probably not playing Prowler. Or Thief's Pick. Or Slumbering Stone. I'll pick up Lockhorns. If we really want to go more Shadow and less Justice. But I don't know if that's true or not. Give one of your guys Killer. Perfectly reasonable. 3 cost 3/2, not very good. Flame Belcher's a fun meme card. Just pick up Death Strike. That's like another Predator's Instinct. Bit more expensive, but whatever. Nothing great here for us. We don't have any Wisps, so let's pick up Back Alley Delinquent. Ooh, Saddle Up. Hell yeah. So we are playing. Oh wait, what is Resolute Paladin? When you play a spell, it's invulnerable to damage. That actually could be pretty good. We do have quite a number of spells, like I said. And I've got a decent number of combat tricks. Let's pick up Resolute Paladin. We've got a lot of spells. 4 cost 3/4 endurance, perfectly reasonable. Vital Arcana or Calligrapher? What's my curve looking like? I have a decent number of 4s. Well, let me start cutting some of this stuff I'm probably not playing. I probably just want to splash black as little as possible. Probably don't want to play all of these. purge leaders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29, so we already have more than enough playables. And our 4-drop. Let's grab some card advantage. We don't have really any card advantage. I'm looking at our 5-drop spot. We don't have anything. I'm not going to play any of these, but I'll pick the rarest card. Yeah, no one seems to like the Calligrapher. Alright, so let's dive into deck building here. Since we already kind of know we're playing, we're going to like splash black for like Annihilate, Cut Ties, Extinguish. We're not going to play Hold Up. We're going to play that. Probably not going to play Lockhorns. General rule of deck, you like run 18 to 19 power, depending on how high your curve is. So that's, you know, 26, 27. Wait, is that right? If I have 27, that's 18. Yeah, 27 and 18, or 26 and 19. So I gotta cut a couple more cards. I'm looking really at our 4-drop spot since we have so many 4s right now. Let's look at our 4-cost cards. Stalwart Shield, Xenobelisk, not cutting that. 2 Calligraphers, 2 Confessors, 1 Resolute Paladin. Actually, all these are pretty decent cards. I guess I probably don't need this many Calligraphers. Let's cut Reinforced Baton. That's a pretty lackluster weapon. Oh, cut Disjunctions. Yeah, we don't need those in the main. What else do we need? That's pretty good. That's plus 19. In our market, we can add some spicy ones. Disjunction. Can I add 2? Nope. I didn't know if I could or not. That's how little I know about markets. Let's grab, just have to put time cards in the market. One, I guess, since it's a time card I don't have. Just put 1 copy of every time card I don't have into the market. Time Sigil, obviously. Do I have any dual color time cards? Yep. There we go. Probably not gonna ever grab those other ones, but it couldn't hurt. They're a freebie to put in the market. Alright, back in the main deck, we're gonna put Temple Standard in the main, and then probably just autofill add power and see where we're at. I probably just want to run. I've got 3 Shadow. I've got what, just 1 Amber Acolyte to fix it. It's not nearly as much as I'd hoped. I still probably don't want that many. I probably want 4 sources total. Let's cut 1 and add another Justice. Oh, I can add 1 more actually, because it shorted me on the power. Let's add another Time. I think that seems pretty reasonable. Actually, no, 1 less Time, 1 more Justice, because I have Aurelian Merchant can grab me a Time Sigil, but it can't grab a Justice Sigil. Alright, so let's run with this deck in the draft. I'm not sure if, you know, I could have done a little bit better, but I hope this walkthrough, you know, was interesting. We definitely could not decide on a second color for the longest time, and, well, we just ended up playing both, but hopefully Xenobelisk can carry us to some sweet wins. So check out the gameplay video coming up next.